What is up, guys? In this video, I'll be showing you my current setup for how I play my Marvel Champions games. Then I'll show you me upgrading my setup with Buy the Same Token accessories and how I plan to play my future games. Buy the Same Token is a sponsor of my channel, but they did not ask me to make this video. I just want to show you guys how I'll be upgrading my setup. Some of the stuff I had before they became a channel sponsor, and some of the stuff they sent me as a welcoming gift. If you're interested in any of these Buy the Same Token accessories, you can use my code WWF5 for 5% off your order, or click on the affiliate link in the description to automatically apply my code at checkout. So let's go ahead and jump into the current setup here. So this is what I have currently been using, for like the past year. So for the villains here, I put like the villain on the stand right here, and I put the main scheme right there. Basically, I have this card holder type of stand thing that I got from Amazon. A lot of you guys asked me, where I got this and where to get this. And I put a link somewhere in the description where you guys can find that, and I have been sharing this link a lot here. So I like these a lot, but I've only had one complaint with them, and it's that the hole here is a little bit small, right? So you guys have probably seen me do this a lot in my videos. Whenever I'm putting the cards in, like I'll miss it, and it'll take me like a few tries. So like if like, oh, here we have a side scheme. So if a side scheme is reviewed, I'll reach over to like put it in here, and like sometimes I'll just be missing right there. I gotta like see, sometimes I'll like miss it, right? So yeah, it just like take a couple of tries sometimes. So like that can be a little bit annoying, in the heat of a game. But other than that, these are, pretty good. And I've been using them, and I put the villain deck, right here, the villain discard pile, the encounter deck, I mean. I put that, right here whenever cards are discarded. So if I were to clear out the side scheme, I would just put it off over here. Then for the player cards, I always like to put my player deck, right here. And then I have all the player cards set up like this. And then I use these red tokens that are from Buy the Same Token. I'll put it a little bit closer to the screen so you guys can see. These are really nice quality. They have a very, very nice finish on them as well, right? One side says ready, the other side says exhausted here. And it's like green and red, so you guys can clearly tell, right? Without these tokens, I'll have to like turn the card sideways and turn it back like that, which normally isn't that bad, but you guys can see I am a big build out type of player, right? I love to build out my board, and I usually play most of my games as Spider-Man with all these cards on the table that you guys see right here. So I can't really turn all these things sideways because it would just take up way too much table space, especially how I try to record my games now by having the camera a little bit closer to the screen so you guys can actually read the text, right? So with this current setup, I'm not able to play it by, tapping the cards and turning them sideways. I need the tokens here to actually just, show that they're exhausted by flipping the card over like that. Whenever Spider-Man's exhausted, I can just flip them over like that, right? So that's what I have been using, whenever I do my setup here. And then we have like tokens like these blue tokens right here. It's like a 2 on one side and like a 1 on the other side, just to show like the web counters on like cards that come in with all-purpose counters. We also have like, damage tokens. These are like the red ones right here, right? So damage tokens, 1 on one side, 2 on the other side, to show like the damage that a character has taken. And then we also have like threat tokens. So these are yellow threat tokens right here, 1 and 2 here. These are all, buy the same tokens. And then we have like, the 5 right here, and then the 10 right there, right? So it's just to show the amount of threat on like a scheme or something like that. And you guys have probably seen me do this as well. I like to put the threat sometimes up here to like save space whenever there's like a row of minions out, right? But when it's like that with this holder, sometimes it's a little bit hard for me to like grab and put them on without like moving the holder back and forth. So normally I put them right here, but ideally it would be nice to have them just, on the holder right there. And then these dots I have that I've been having are also from, Buy the Same Token. I have like, different colors here. It depends on whichever aspect I'm playing. So we have like, the justice aspect to red for aggression. We have green for protection. And if I'm playing leadership, then I use like the blue one right here. Just kind of match whatever aspect I'm playing with my hero. Or these are like magnetic, and they actually come apart, which is pretty cool. Like you just pull them off like that, and then you just put them back on. Yeah, and then you just spin this, and then yeah. So, and then the villain dial, same thing. We have this right here, and I use a holder one for the villain dial. I have more of these holder things, but I don't use it for the player dials. I feel like it's easier just to like put them down on the table. So I have the villain one right here, and then the player one right here. So yeah, this is my current setup. If you guys don't know, I put the villain cards there, and then all the encounter cards over here, and I like to have the player cards like in front of me like this. I have a row here for my for the characters, right? So Spider-Man, my identity, and I have like the allies in the same row. Sometimes I also put upgrades attached to a character also in that same row, so I can kind of see that it's next to that character. Like for example here, I would have like the War of the Great Web, attached to Spider-Man. Not all the time. I kind of am inconsistent on that. Sometimes I have in a bottom row. Sometimes I have, attached to ally or the character. And then down here in this last row, I like to have my supports and upgrades, right? So if I want to use like ingenuity, generate mental resource, exhausted there, exhausted mansion, so I can like draw a card, for example, right? So yeah, I think that basically covers my current setup. No, I'm missing one other thing. So this thing is not usually on the screen, but if I just slide over right here, oops, if I just slide this over, you guys can see where I actually hold my tokens. So let me see, should I just, I think I can put it like this, or just put on top of the cards for here. Actually, I'll kind of hold it like this. So this thing, unfortunately, I will not be able to provide a link like where this is. This is actually my wife's. She uses this as like a makeup holder. I don't know if any of you guys recognize this. I've never seen anything like this in my life. But she has like makeup stuff on this, right? And then she got a new one and she was gonna toss this out. And I was like, whoa, whoa, what are you doing? You're gonna toss that out? And she was like, yeah, you know, it's a trash. I have a new one now. This one's not that good. And I was like, wait a minute, can I have that? Because like I can put tokens there. So this is actually where I organize my tokens. So off screen, you guys often like will hear me like click and clank because that's because like, you know, my fingers are trying to pull these tokens off right here. And sometimes it's pretty annoying. Obviously, this isn't made for tokens, but like I'll get my finger in there and then like sometimes I can't pull the token out, right? Let me give you guys an example. So like whenever it's like this, because sometimes they'll fall over like this, there'll be like a token on this side. So then like there's not enough room. So I'm actually literally trying to pull the token out right now. And I'll just like, and I'll like force it out like that. And sometimes it's more difficult for me to pull it out. Today it's actually pretty easy, but sometimes you guys will probably see me say on like camera, I'm like, I can't get the token out, guys. So that's what that would be for. So right now I can't get that one out. Yeah, so we have like, you know, the damage ones right here, the threat ones right there, and then the ready ones all right here, right? So yeah, this is what I have on the side here, and this is my current setup for how I play my Marvel Champions games. Okay, so let's start blinging out here, and I'm very excited to do this. Okay, so the first thing are these things right here. These are card and token display stands from BuyTheSameToken. These are awesome, guys. These are very, very cool. Um, they're like I'm not sure about the material. It feels kind of like plastic slash wood almost. Like, I don't know if you guys can kind of hear that or see this. So I've seen a lot of other creators use stuff like this to prop up like their villain cards and the encounter cards, but a lot of them 3D print it. So I don't really know how I could like get the same thing because I have never used a 3D printer, or I don't know anything about that either. But BuyTheSameToken actually has these on their website. So I'll put that somewhere, you know, on the screen for you guys to see. And I'll put a link in the description of this video as well. But these are super duper cheap. So let's actually just put them on right now. And I've actually never put these on. So you guys will see my reaction to it real time right here. So you can connect them like that. And these are 3. These are the white ones. I believe that there are black ones as well. Which side? I think we want to do this side, right? Yeah, I think we want to do this side. So let's push this one out a little bit and let's see how this works. Oh yeah, I like that. So I have like the villain card stacked up here for like the final stage and the first stage. That is, I like that a lot. How does that look on camera, guys? Let me put this a little bit more in on camera. And then what I like about this is that I can put the thread right there. And it like lines up perfectly because obviously, you know, it's BuyTheSameToken tokens. So like it just like fits perfectly right there, right? So how does that look on camera, guys? What do you guys think about that? I'm not sure. Actually, I can actually put things super centered in the middle now. So I think going forward, this is what I'm going to be using, right? I feel like this is like really easy for me to prop up side schemes, right? I just put it right there. Whenever I'm done, I can just grab it like that, right? I like that I can just like place it on very easily and I'm never going to miss, right? Unlike with these, sometimes like I miss the hole, right? Okay, I got it there. But like, you know, I want to make sure that I put it in perfectly or else it's not going to like, you know, but these I can just like place it on and it's like 100% chance of hitting. So I like that a lot. I like the look of these a lot. So going forward, I'm going to be using this now as is that not centered? What the? Oh yeah, this is, here we go. We want Rhino right in the middle there. I want it like this. Yeah. So normally with the old ones, I have 2 of these stands. I'll put Rhino like right here because I don't want it like right in the middle because like it's like in between 2 of them. Oops, let me put like this, in between 2 of them. So I don't really like that. But now that there's 3, I can put 1 like just straight in the middle there. So yeah, this thing is super duper nice. I am a big fan of this. Okay, and then another thing here is we have these right here. These are the token and accessory boxes here. And yeah, these are all like magnetic like this. So I can actually now switch over this stuff and put them in here. Should I move this, guys? This is kind of in the way right now, right? You guys won't be able to see me. You know, okay, let's do this a little bit later, and then let's go over the final thing first. So, guys, this is the one that I recommended you guys, the hero board here. This is the Avengers hero board. This one, guys, come on, that is so cool. There's like a thing right here for you to flip to show if you use like your hero ability or something like that. And then behind here it looks like this, and this thing kind of like sticks out a little bit so it doesn't like scratch here. But yeah, this is like see through there. I mean, I love the reflectiveness on this hero board, guys. I mean, I think this is their best hero board. It's super duper cool. The detail, it's amazing here. Look at this. Oh my goodness. We have like the Hulk here. We have Hawkeye. I'm not sure who that is. We have Thor. That's Spider-Man right there. He even has like the Spire logo. Can you guys see that? You guys can see like the little logo on his chest, the spider. That's crazy. I believe that's Spider-Woman right there. We have Captain America with the shield. I think that's like Doctor Strange. But yeah, these are super duper cool, guys. Like, and we have like the city right here. Yeah, super duper cool. So this is where you can put your hero card. So let's move this over a little bit. So if I put my Spider-Man card here, I don't think I need the token to cover up the art on Spider-Man. So I can have it like this from now on. I may need to readjust some stuff for space, but yeah, I can have it like this. And then if I want to exhaust, I can actually turn the Spider-Man card to exhaust here. And I can easily just flip it over to Peter Parker Spider-Man if I'm exhausted, or turn it over here if I'm right up. And in here, you know, there's a few games where I accidentally used Scientist twice, and it's a huge mistake because there's a limit once per round, but there's nothing really tracking it, right? So now I can use the hero board right here, right? If I use Scientist, I flip this over. That means that I use Scientist this turn, and then you know, I can like exhaust, recover, whatever. And the next turn during their villain phase, whenever I ready up, I can ready up here and flip this back over, knowing that my ability here is active, right? Because we don't really have a way to track that. If I have a token, you know, it would normally show that the character is ready and exhausted, but I also want that hero ability, if it's limited to once per round or phase, to have that right there. So yeah, going forward, I definitely want to use this hero board right here. Yeah, so I think the setup is going to be like this, guys. And this stuff's really nice too because you can also put tokens there. So if I have like a tough stats card, I know I put it like on top of my Denny, cover the art. I'm not a big fan of that. You guys have probably seen me sometimes do this in playthroughs. I like move it a little bit over so I can like see the art of like the character. But now I can split it right here, right? If a tough stats, it's right there. If I am, let's say I'm stunned, put it right there. If I'm stunned and confused, if it costs stats, I put it right there. And with the Warrior Grey Web here, after Web-Warrior ally leaves play, the attached character gets +1 attack until the end of phase. So like Ghost Spider or Spider-Man 2099, if they leave play, I can like put this token right here to show that I have, you know, +1 attack until the end of phase. And I just remember because I can see each time I use my attack stat that we have that right there. You know, if they both leave play, I get +2 attack, right? So then it's +2 attack right there. And at the end of the phase, I'll just remove that, knowing that I don't have that anymore. So yeah, that is, I mean, this is pretty cool, guys. This is very, very neat. And then obviously I have like a super protective case here for Spider-Man because he's my favorite hero. But for other heroes, I just have them like in a regular dragon shoot sleeve like this. So we'll put it like, it will look like that, right? And we'll turn it sideways like that. Flip it over to the, well, there's no back identity for that. But yeah, it would just be like that. So yeah. Oh wait, and also for the sleeves, guys, I do want to mention I've been using dragon shoot sleeves for all my player cards. This is like a random hard shell sleeve here that I've had since I was like, I don't know, like 10 years old or something like that. So I don't really know where I got this. But I can't give you a link to this, but you know, I can give you guys a link to the dragon shoot sleeves. Well, what's Ghost Spider doing? Let's take her off. We gotta put Peter Parker back over here, guys. What's Gwen doing? Yeah, so yeah, and then for the encounter cards, I use penny sleeves, so it's different sleeved here for the encounter cards, which is why I hate playing scenarios that shuffle encounter cards in my player deck, because you can like clearly feel the difference here with like the different sleeves, right? So I don't like shuffling villain cards into my player deck. Usually for scenarios like that, I have to like re-sleeve the villain cards in Dragon Shoot sleeves. I just don't have enough Dragon Shoot sleeves for all my villain cards, because they are more expensive, right? The premium sleeves are more expensive than like the cheaper penny sleeves here, right? So eventually, one day, I hope to get all my stuff in Dragon Shoot sleeves. But for now, it's just going to be the nicer player cards that I care about a little bit more than the encounter cards. So yeah, going forward, that's what I want to do with my set right here. And I think it's going to be a lot easier, and hopefully it is pleasant for you guys to watch and see on camera as well. Okay, so let's go through the token thing. So I had to move everything here, I think. So let's collect all these tokens. We'll put them back over here. And then, because I gotta get all these cards out of the way, guys. These guys are in the way right now. Okay, and then let's move that. I don't even want to move Spider-Man, but we will. Actually, can I put him somewhere in the camera, guys? Let's put him somewhere in the camera so we can watch this. Yeah, I think right here is a perfect spot for Peter Parker. Okay, so these tokens here, let's get the threat tokens as well. Okay, so I want to transfer everything here to this. So these things are magnetic, right? You can open the case like this. And I think what I want to do is I want to do it like this. And I want to do like a little type of like, what's a good way to do that, guys? I kind of want to do, let me think, like this. And then I feel like we can form like a square here with the magnets. How do we do that? Sorry guys, bear with me a little bit. First time really doing this. Oh, there we go. All right, so now it would be like this, and I want to open this up like that, right? So I can close everything up pretty easily and open it up like this. Yeah, and I can easily store everything too because it's just gonna be like one thing. So okay, how are we gonna transfer all this stuff, guys? Well, I feel like I'm gonna use these I use the most. So we have to have a nice spot for the ready and exhaust token. So this one definitely has to get their own spot right here. Yeah, I just put all of them right there like that. Okay, so that's nice. Okay, and then what do I want to do? I think damage and threat, that needs to be separate, right? Oh man, how am I gonna, I can't even grab more than, that's gonna take too long for me to grab, right guys? Okay, we gotta flip this thing over here. Okay, let's take everything out. We're gonna flip everything over to like, man, if this spills, that's gonna be embarrassing for me. Okay, hope it doesn't. I don't, all right, let's just, whoa. Okay, all right. Oh man, okay, that was not a good idea. You know what? Let's just spill all of it out. We're gonna spill it all out right here. Okay, so we got all the tokens on the table, guys. I don't know what I'm playing for this video right now. Okay, so we'll put all the damaged ones here. Like that. Okay. I think that's pretty good. Whoops, I just dropped some of them. Yeah, so I think we put the damage tokens all in one. So we got a lot, and we need a lot to play. And I can easily grab like a 501 or like a 1 or 2 piece, right? I feel like that's not too difficult to search for. Okay, so we have it here. And I want to put the threat ones in a separate one as well. So we'll put the threat ones over here. I think it's a good spot for that. Actually, no. Let's put the threat and damage down here. Because I feel like these are going to be the easiest for me to grab, right? Actually, this is pretty easy to grab too. That's okay. Because like if I grab a threat or a damage, I'll know immediately right away if it's like the 1-2 token or the 5-10 one. Right, so I'll have this. Okay, so I have that there. And then these just all gotta go in the same one. But the colors are so different, I feel like it should be okay. Ooh, what to see? Maybe I need one more of these. I think we can put this like that. The blue ones. I do like the colors being all different. That's pretty cool. Oh, we have the damage one right here. And then let me see. Okay, I guess when I'm playing, I could put some here as well. Maybe we can just fit this right here. I think that's fine. Yeah, I mean, these are white, so I can clearly grab them whenever I need to. And we actually share something right here. How do we, actually, I think what we do is we can mix the blue with the green here. I think that's fine. Yeah. So then if I grab red token, it's just right here. And if I need to grab a all-purpose counter, they're all gonna be right here. We can just share this space right here. Yeah. And then here we'll put all the miscellaneous tokens right here. So I feel like I can kind of mix up the stuns, tough, and confuses because the colors are so different from each other. I just dropped another one. I can immediately just grab one, right? Like if I want to get a stun, fast, confused, or tough, I just gotta look a little bit. All right, how is that? And we have the die here. I don't know why I have this 10 side die. So, all right, we have it like that. So I think it'll be like this for your setup. And then this will just be off screen. So you guys won't really see me do anything with that. But I'll just be grabbing here, right? I need to grab a ready token, right? I can put that wherever I want. And then if I need a confuse, I can just grab the purple one over here, right? If I need a stun, grab a stun, right? Need a tough, grab this. Have some extra attack with the Warrior Great Web, and just put that right there. And yeah, okay, I think that's it, guys. Okay, so shout out to my wife for this thing that I've used for a very long time. I feel like I got really good use out of it, but we are upgrading now to this holder that we got right here. So yeah, I'm gonna put this off camera. Does it fit? Yeah, it fits right on the edge of the table. That's perfect. Yeah. All right, so we have that there. We got this here, and we have like the villain stuff here. We have the stand right here. Let's put the threat. That's 2 per player threat. We're doing true solo, guys. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Let's drop it on, clean it up, just take it off. Stay like that. And then let's see, villain is stunned. Just put it right there on it. Villain is confused. Put him right there. That's nice. Should I still put the tough? I think the tough I still want to put on probably on top of the dial. Because the thing is that when I put the tough there, I attack the villain, I still forget that they have the tough. And then I just like, drop the dial counter, down if I do like 2 damage. But if I put the tough actually on the hit point dial, then I feel like I remember that they actually have the tough because it's right there every single time I got to move it. So I think I'll still put the tufts on the dials, but we can put the other statuses here on the villain card. And yeah, I'm a fan of this, guys. I'm a fan of this. I mean, obviously, I'm sponsored by them, so take it with a grain of salt. But I legitimately think this is a lot better, guys. I feel very happy with the setup. Let me know down in the comments if you guys think this is a improvement here for my current setup, and let me know if you are gonna enjoy watching my games like this more than what it was before. But yeah, all right, guys, that's just gonna be it for this video right here. I'm just showing you guys me changing on my setup here. Huge shout outs to BuyTheSameToken. Thank you so much for sponsoring this channel, and thank you everyone for watching my videos, guys. If it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't have any channel sponsors, obviously, because it's all thanks to you guys that this is here. So yeah, I am so excited to share this new setup with you guys. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, if there's anything that I didn't cover, feel free to let me know, down in the comments. You guys know I respond to all my comments there. So yeah, I'll put the links and everything where you can get everything if you're interested in getting any part of the sub that I have here, or if you want to like replicate the entire thing, that's fine as well. But yeah, this is it for this video. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything because I really don't want to forget anything. But yeah, I think we got it here. Yeah, that is it. Okay. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys like this one. I'll see you guys all in the next video.